Grocery budgeting in real life. How to save money every week without sacrificing good food. In today's world, grocery shopping has become one of the most important parts of personal budgeting. Food is a necessity, which means it is an expense that cannot be eliminated. However, while grocery expenses are unavoidable, overspending on groceries is not. Many people find themselves spending far more than they realize each month because they shop without a plan, purchase items they do not need, or rely heavily on convenience foods and restaurant meals. The good news is that grocery budgeting is one of the easiest ways to improve financial health without making major lifestyle sacrifices. By understanding how grocery budgeting works in real life, individuals and families can save hundreds or even thousands of dollars each year while still enjoying healthy and satisfying meals. Many people underestimate the amount of money they spend on food. Consider a simple example. Imagine someone spends approximately $150 per week on groceries and another $50 per week on takeout meals and coffee purchases. Together, that equals $200 per week. Over a month, the total reaches approximately $800, and over a year, it adds up to $9,600. Most people would never intentionally spend nearly $10,000 per year without careful planning. Yet many do exactly that when it comes to food. This is why grocery budgeting matters. It is not simply about spending less money. It is about understanding where money goes and making deliberate choices about how it is used. To understand grocery budgeting in real life, let's examine a realistic grocery shopping trip. Imagine a single adult creating a shopping list for 1 week. The list includes chicken breast for $12, eggs for $5, ground turkey for $7, broccoli for $3, carrots for $2, lettuce for $3, bell peppers for $4, bananas for $2, apples for $5, rice for $4, bread for $3, oatmeal for $4, milk for $4, yogurt for $5, peanut butter for $4, pasta for $2, and pasta sauce for $3. The total cost of these groceries is approximately $72. These items provide ingredients for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snacks throughout the week. This example demonstrates that a carefully planned shopping trip can provide a week's worth of meals without requiring excessive spending. One of the most effective grocery budgeting techniques is price comparison. Many shoppers automatically purchase familiar products without checking prices at different stores. However, small price differences can create substantial savings over time. For example, imagine that one store sells a 5-pound bag of rice for $8, while another sells the same quantity for $5. The difference is only $3, but if similar savings are found across 10 products during a shopping trip, the total savings could easily reach $30 per week. Over the course of a year, that amounts to more than $1,500. Grocery budgeting is often less about dramatic changes and more about consistently making small decisions that produce large results over time. Another important component of grocery budgeting is meal planning. Many people enter a grocery store without knowing exactly what they will cook during the week. As a result, they purchase random items that seem appealing at the moment. Unfortunately, this often leads to food waste and unnecessary spending. A meal plan provides structure and purpose for every item placed in the shopping cart. For example, breakfast may consist of oatmeal with bananas and eggs with toast. Lunches might include turkey sandwiches and chicken and rice bowls. Dinners could feature chicken stir-fry, pasta with turkey sauce, homemade tacos, and rice with vegetables. When meals are planned ahead of time, shopping becomes more focused, waste is reduced, and grocery spending becomes easier to control. While creating a grocery budget is important, avoiding common budgeting mistakes is equally critical. One of the most common mistakes is shopping without a list. Without a clear plan, shoppers are more likely to make impulse purchases. A quick trip to buy milk and bread can easily turn into a cart filled with chips, desserts, soft drinks, and other unplanned items. Another common mistake is shopping while hungry. Studies and real-life experience both suggest that hunger often leads to higher spending because people are more tempted by snacks and convenience foods. A third mistake involves ignoring unit prices. Many consumers focus only on the sticker price without considering the cost per ounce or cost per pound. In some cases, a larger package may provide significantly better value. Finally, many shoppers purchase more fresh produce than they can realistically consume before it spoils. Throwing away food is essentially the same as throwing away money. In today's economy, cost-saving strategies have become more important than ever. Fortunately, there are several practical methods that work for most households. One strategy is choosing store-brand products whenever possible. In many cases, store-brand items are nearly identical to name-brand products but cost considerably less. Staples such as rice, pasta, canned vegetables, oatmeal, and baking ingredients often provide excellent opportunities for savings. Another strategy is focusing on affordable staple foods. Rice, beans, potatoes, oats, eggs, pasta, and frozen vegetables are generally inexpensive while still providing strong nutritional value. These foods can serve as the foundation for many budget-friendly meals. Frozen fruits and vegetables are another valuable tool for grocery budgeting. Some shoppers mistakenly assume frozen produce is lower quality than fresh produce. However, frozen fruits and vegetables are often frozen shortly after harvesting, helping preserve nutrients while reducing waste. Since frozen products have a much longer shelf life, households are less likely to throw away spoiled food. This can result in significant savings over time. Cooking more meals at home is perhaps the most powerful grocery budgeting strategy available. Consider a restaurant meal that costs approximately $15. A similar meal prepared at home may cost only $4 or $5. Even if someone replaces just 3 restaurant meals each week with homemade alternatives, the savings can exceed $1,700 per year. These savings can then be redirected toward other financial goals, such as building an emergency fund, paying off debt, or investing for the future. To illustrate the impact of grocery budgeting, imagine 2 households. The first household spends approximately $180 per week on groceries and another $80 per week on takeout. Their total food spending equals $260 per week, or roughly $1,040 per month. The second household uses meal planning, shopping lists, and price comparisons to reduce grocery spending to $120 per week, while limiting takeout to $30 per week. Their total food spending falls to approximately $600 per month. The difference between the 2 households is $440 every month. Over a year, that amounts to $5,280 in savings. That money could fully fund an emergency savings account, pay down high-interest debt, or provide the foundation for an investment portfolio. The most important thing to remember is that grocery budgeting is not about deprivation. It is not about eating the cheapest food possible or eliminating every enjoyable purchase. Instead, it is about creating a system that allows people to spend intentionally and efficiently. Every dollar saved at the grocery store is a dollar that can be used for a larger financial goal. Small changes, when repeated consistently, can produce remarkable long-term results. Grocery budgeting in real life is ultimately about gaining control over one of the most significant household expenses. By planning meals, comparing prices, avoiding common mistakes, using cost-saving strategies, and tracking spending habits, anyone can improve their financial situation without dramatically changing their lifestyle. The goal is not perfection. The goal is progress. Even modest improvements can save hundreds of dollars each year and bring individuals closer to financial security and long-term financial success. Thank you for watching. In the next video, I will cover how to budget a $4,500 salary. If this video helped you understand budgeting better, subscribe to Budget and Build for more beginner-friendly finance tutorials.